1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon. Oh,
him of controlling and whatever else she may have accused him of it. I don't really remember, but it was enough for Manchester United to bench him, I think, at the time, and subsequently sell him, which arguably it may not have been fair if someone isn't charged with anything. His partner eventually withdrew her complaints, so then in a sense there's no case to answer unless the police decide to pursue it, which they clearly didn't. So off he went abroad, in fact, to play his football, and it was a shame because none of us condone any kind of violence or controlling of a man to a woman, or the other way around for that matter. Absolutely, it shouldn't be tolerated in any way, shape or form. But we don't know about the event, so we won't discuss that side of it. But except to say, for me, he was playing for England, as far as I remember, already at a young age, and he was a brilliant footballer and a great potential as well. I mean, to me, he stood out amongst the young players at Manchester United at that time, 3 or 4 years ago, whenever, as a real star of the future. And as I say, he was in the England team as well. And in that sense, it was a shame it all came crashing down on him. And many thought at the time that would be the end of his career. Well, it seems it's not. And good luck to him. If he's now, where did you say he's coming back, going to? Fenerbahce, yeah, absolutely. So he's being given his chance, and I have no doubt, all things being equal, that he will be a total asset to that team. He was in my opinion, an excellent footballer. He had all the makeup of the end product, and I don't know how old he is now. He's, I don't know, 24, 25, something like that. But I think he's a good prospect, and should he play for England again in the future? Well, I certainly, as I say, all things being equal, I wouldn't want to rule that out, because I think he would be a great asset to the England team. So I wish him well. I wish him and his partner well.
Yeah, it's just been one of those ones that is falling and raising again, and he just keeps going. No matter what you throw at him, it's just I have great admiration for him. Now, this is Xabi Alonso. Now, whether there's any substance in this rumor, who knows? But this is Xabi Alonso when asked about Granit Xhaka, the Sunderland Switzerland player. He said, he said no comment on players who are not here with us. Now, was there anything about him moving to Chelsea? Because he plays at Sunderland, don't he? Are we seeing Chelsea's interest in? Because he's a good player. He really shone at the World Cup. Would you be disappointed to see him at Chelsea?
And of course, he was at Arsenal for quite a long time, wasn't he?
Right.
Granit Xhaka, before he went, as you say, it's to Sunderland, is it?
Sunderland, yeah.
He was Granit by name, Granit by nature. He was a tough midfield player, and I remember thinking I wouldn't mind him in Palace's team, because every team needs a Granit, don't they? It's a very hard stone, whatever it is, and that kind of was fed into his play. It's funny how they say we kind of become our names. Our names seem to define us very often, and I think in his case, Granit Xhaka is a real tough-sounding football name, and I think he lives up to that. So, if Chelsea is showing an interest, perhaps because of a past connection with Alonso, I don't know, then I think it will be a very...
say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.
It will be a very good acquisition.
Yeah, I quite like the player, actually. I don't quite remember his days at Arsenal, but I remember him from Sunderland. Yeah, that's well. And then when I watched him in the World Cup, he was
Yeah.
quite a formidable player. Right. So this is what Luis de la Fuente, the Spanish coach. This is what he said. He said, "You can't win without suffering," as Julius Caesar said. "We are ready to go to war." This was before the game. If you want to win something important, you have to sacrifice something along the way. What is he sacrificing? I don't get that. Sacrifice something along the way.
Well,
I've been racking my
surely
brain.
he can't
Yeah.
mean principles. You don't sacrifice your principles of
No, you
football or
don't,
of
do you?
life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he means. What
No, I'm not sure what.
maybe the sacrifice is. I mean, it's a well-known expression that when you play football, you really go for it. You leave everything out there, and maybe it relates to that you sacrifice some of your energy, some of your almost well-being, because you put your body on the line. You leave it all out there. Maybe that's a sacrifice. Maybe that's what he means. You've got to give everything, and of course these players have to do that. But apart from that thought, I'm not quite sure without the context of what he said, what he meant.
Okay, so now Luis de la Fuente, what are we thinking of him? Are we thinking he's probably got France on a bad day, or is he really a good manager? What are we thinking there?
Well, again, it's what I said just now. Those two things can both be true at the same time. I think as non-robots, I keep saying about robots, but he did catch France on a bad day. The question really might be, often when a team is well beaten, they get hammered by the good old pundits again for, they weren't very good. And then someone will say, well, hang on a minute, the other team were very good and they stopped the other team from playing. So you get this this is why everybody has different opinions, and rightly so. But so the Spain manager, he could have been fortunate that on the day, for whatever reason, that the French players may have had a row in the dressing room. It could just have been one of those days where it didn't work. Who of us doesn't sometimes have a day, we're going about our lives, the things we do, when for some reason it just doesn't, things, you seem to trip up on things that's not in the right place, or you get a puncture on your tire, or you think, oh, for goodness sake, I'm going to go back to bed, sort of thing. Those days happen. Equally, hopefully a majority of days where we say, yeah, life is.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, three beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on